walks the winding country lane. He's seen the pain of promises undone, and now his steps are guided by a higher name. Once lost amid the clamor of the crowd, he learned that self-respect is worth more than a call. Scripture's words remind him every day to love yourself is to stand tall.
Marina, with her heart both wise and true, has heard the world insist you must give in, but she clings to what is pure and new, the word that tells her where true strength begins.
Her journey's marked by battles fought and won. She's learned to say no with dignity and might. For every no to false affection, her soul finds freedom in his guiding light. When the world shouts no, let his word be your decree. In his love, every no becomes a promise set free. Let not the noise of empty hearts lead you astray. In his truth, find your worth and walk in a brighter day. When the world shouts no, let his word be your decree. In his love, every no becomes a promise set free. Let not the noise of empty hearts lead you astray. In his truth, find your worth and walk in a brighter day.
In a land of quiet country roads, where fields of amber sway, Tristan meets a woman named Eleanor on an honest, hopeful day. Eleanor carries the mark of beauty, crafted by a loving hand. Her every move, a gentle hymn that echoes through the land. They've heard the chatter of the world that tries to steal her worth, yet Tristan holds a well-worn Bible, a guide for all this earth. He reminds her that her radiance is far more than skin-deep art. It's written in the timeless Psalms, engraved upon the heart. cold and vain. But now she listens to the word that calls her out of pain. With Tristan by her side, she learns that strength comes from within, a truth found in the ancient scrolls, where life and love begin. They turn their eyes to passages that tell of hope restored, that even in the darkest times a loving light is poured. Together they walk the rugged path, where every step's renewed, embracing all that's holy in the truth they have pursued. They proclaim we're made in His image, our worth's beyond what eyes can see. Like the Song of Solomon, our souls reflect a love that sets us free. When the world tries to confine our dreams with shallow, fleeting praise, our hearts remain unbound and strong, lit by His eternal ray. In the town of Willow Creek, young Silas roams the county roads. He hears the nightly news, spinning tales of profit and of woes. They sell the sorrow of the people, cashing in on every cry, with crooked tongues and false promises that leave the truth to die. Silas sees the world's deceit, where lies and money rule the day. Yet in the ancient Psalms he finds a light to guide his weary way. For Scripture tells him clearly, lay up treasures not on earth, a message that reminds him that true wealth comes from a high worth. In the heart of Redwood Valley, gentle Lillian feels the sting of policies that bind the poor and needy as hollow bling. She's witnessed greed in every headline and seen justice sold for gold. But in Proverbs she finds wisdom, a good man's worth is more than told. Though the world is marred by dirty money and hearts are filled with strife, she holds on to the promise that eternal hope outlasts this life. In every trial she recalls the word that fleeting riches fade, and trusts the truth above the lies, where heaven's treasure is displayed. When the world is ruled by greed and every coin seems stained with sin, remember what the good book says, where your treasure is, there your heart will be in. For earthly wealth may fail, but a kingdom built on truth remains. remains. Hold fast to what is everlasting. His promise conquers all our pains.
In a dusty town by a clear river, a man named Amos walks alone, listening to the clamor of a world that worships money's throne. Televisions tell tall tales of power bought and freedom sold, while crooked hands profit from the grief of souls grown cold. Yet Amos finds a solace in the scriptures of old, words that say riches fade like summer's heat, but heaven's store is gold. He knows that though the present seems steeped in sorrow and in lies, a higher inheritance awaits beyond these dark and troubled skies. Down in the valley of redemption, Marisol bears the heavy load of a world obsessed with profit, where the truth is overthrown. She sees the pain of countless souls exploited for a dollar's gain, and hears the echo of the prophets calling out through every chain, recalling verses that remind her, do not store up for yourselves, but seek a treasure far eternal, where lasting hope excels. In her heart she finds the courage to resist the pull of wealth, knowing that true riches lie in love and a life surrendered in His help. When the world is steeped in lies, every sin is stained with sin, let the word be your inheritance. Where your treasure is, there your heart begins. Though the riches fade away, His truth remains our guiding light. Stand firm on that eternal promise, and in His kingdom find your life. In the small town of Eden's Gate, Marissa strolls beneath the fading light, clad in garments of her choosing, unashamed, reflecting truth so bright. She walks a path not paved with gold, but lined with scripture's endless lore. Her simple style a witness as she trusts the promise of something more. Each step she takes is measured prayer, a quiet testimony to the skies, where the Psalms remind her daily, your spirit soars, your strength will rise.
steadfast stance. He sees the hand of God beside. Together through the fields they wander, souls entwined in sacred art. Their movements blend in perfect harmony, each step a prayer from the heart. Dance on, oh dance of the redeemed, where every stride sings of His love. Let your feet declare the promise found in Scripture from above. For though the world may fade away, His truth remains our guiding light. Walk in faith, forever free, redeemed in His eternal might.
Calix takes the keys to a promised road, steering through twilight with wisdom bestowed. In His steady grip and in His sacred light, He guides the way through valleys dark and bright. From bayou banks to rolling hills afar, His journey echoes like a hymn on every star. In every mile, His soul finds room to grow, a testament of hope where ancient truths still glow. Mirabelle walks beside Him, heart aligned with His word. And in quiet moments of prayer, every worry is unheard. Through winding country lanes and city lights subdued, she finds a home in Scripture, in a love divinely renewed. Whether resting 'neath the mountains or by the ocean's call, their steps are bound in purpose, there's comfort in it all. Every sunrise lifts their spirit, each dusk renews their song. For in the book of life, their faith forever stands strong. After long weary days, they drive with hearts so true. For His word is a lamp that lights the path they choose. No matter where the journey leads, be it mountain high or shore, they ride the wheels of faith, and that promise endures evermore. After long, weary days, they drive with hearts so true. For His word is a lamp that lights the path they choose. No matter where the journey leads, be it mountain high or shore, they ride the wheels of faith, and that promise endures evermore. after long, weary days.
In a quiet valley, Oliver walks a dusty road. He hears the nightly news spin tales of doom untold. The screens lie with empty promises of change and shattered dreams, while troubled hearts and dying crops reveal the world's extreme. He sees the warning signs of virus rising fires in the field, and whispers of a coming storm, a fate that none can shield. Yet in the ancient Psalms he finds a light that never dims, a call to hold on to the truth beyond the world's dark whims. Across the way in Lila's town, where sorrow's etched in stone, she watches leaders gamble lives and hearts are left alone. The crowds grow wild, their anger fierce, as fear fuels every fight. And even as the devil's schemes unfold in shadows of the night, Lila clings to words of old, a promise from the sacred page. Be strong, for in His truth your spirit finds a way to wage a battle against the darkness, where hope and mercy reign. In every tear and every prayer she finds the strength to rise again. When the sky falls down and chaos rules the land, they lean on Scripture's beacon, a rock by God's own hand. Fear not, the psalm declares, for He is our refuge, sure and strong. So when the world seems lost in strife, His word will right the wrong. And chaos rules the land, they lean on Scripture's beacon, a rock by God's own hand. Fear not, the psalm declares, for He is our refuge, sure and strong. So when the world seems lost in strife, His word will right the wrong.
Ezekiel waits at the porch of the old country church. Time ticks slow, he paces, his heart feeling the hurt. He recalls Rowena's promises in a gentle fading light, but now her words and secret trails have turned day into night. He sees the signs and whispered lies and hurried distant calls, yet in the Scriptures he finds strength when every human promise falls. For the psalm reminds him the Lord is near the broken heart, and even when earthly love fails, a higher truth sets souls apart. With a secret in her eyes, haunted by the echoes of a love that slowly dies. Her footsteps falter on worn-out paths that led her far astray, yet a verse in Proverbs calls her home when hope seems far away. She sees her worth is not defined by wisdom
tears of regret, but by the enduring word that lifts her from the pain she can't forget. In every tear and every trial, she learns what's truly true, that though she stumbled in this world, a love divine will see her through. When human hearts let you down, let the word be your guide. The Lord is near to those who mourn, so let His truth abide. And though earthly love may falter, His promise sets you free. In the light of sacred scriptures, find your worth and victory. When human hearts let you down, let the word be your guide. The Lord is near to those who mourn, so let His truth abide. Though earthly love may falter, His promise sets you free. In the light of sacred scriptures, find your worth and victory. When human hearts let you down, let the word be your guide. The Lord is near to those who mourn, so let His truth abide. Though earthly love may falter, His promise sets you. In the quiet town of New Canaan, young Marissa walks the old county road. Her humble dress a testament to the freedom in the words she's been told. She wears what she chooses, a simple garb that honors truth, not trends. For she knows her worth is written in scripture, a gift that never ends. When dusk falls slow and the crickets sing, she moves with a gentle, steady pace. Her two-step becomes a prayer of thanks, a dance of faith, a saving grace. In each soft step she leaves behind the weight of worldly need and strife. For in the stillness of the twilight, she finds renewal in a higher life. Across the field in Redwood Bend, gentle Caleb watches as her spirit soars. He sees the light of heaven in her eyes, a spark that every heart restores. Her laughter echoes like the Psalms, reminding all that hope is ever near. Trust in the Lord, the ancient text declares, and in that truth there's nothing to fear. As stars appear above the pines, her movement tells a story old and true, that even in the hardest trials, the path of righteousness will see you through. Her steps are like the sacred verses, guiding, healing, steady and refined, a living song of redemption, where love and faith forever intertwine. nations hear, our souls are free, redeemed again.
In a quiet little town where the river gently winds, Calvin and Marisol walk with hearts in search of signs. Marisol, with eyes like summer skies, moves with gentle grace, her beauty a reflection of the Creator's art on her face. They say she's blessed with every curve, a living song so true. Yet critics murmur empty words that try to dim her view. But Calvin knows the truth is written in the ancient songs, that real worth comes from a love that lifts, protecting from all harms. Marisol recalls a time when fleeting praise ruled the day, when shallow words and passing looks left her spirit in dismay. Now she stands with Calvin, knowing life's a sacred call, for in the word it's clear, true beauty overcomes it all. The scriptures speak of being made in the image pure and bright, a light that outshines worldly boast, a gift of holy might. In every step they take together, His promise lights the road, a love that conquers every trial, a truth forever told. They declare true beauty's not in fleeting trends, but in the heart's design. As it is in Song of Solomon, our worth in Him will always shine. When doubts arise and voices scorn the picture they might see, they find strength in sacred promises that set the spirit free.